It's 4 o'clock. Do you know where your 53 Eagles are? We're going to find out next on the PHLY Eagles podcast. Fran, Duffy, maybe EJ Smith. It's all next. Let's go! And welcome to the PHLY Eagles podcast live from the Xfinity studio, presented by Xfinity, Bet365, and TrueMark Financial Credit Union. Bo Wulf, Fran Duffy, here in studio. EJ Smith is at the NovaCare Complex getting ready to talk to Howie Roseman and Nick Sirianni, and we are refreshing to find out when we're going to get this roster. It's 4:01. Let's go. Hit send. PhiladelphiaEagles.com. CMAC. Let's go.
Is this how you normally are at 4 o'clock?
I had a Celsius.
What's going on right now?
How you doing? I haven't seen you in studio in a while.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. I'm excited to be back. Had a vacation last week. Got away for a little and gearing up now for the football season.
Do you have any cut down day memories from your time with the Eagles?
Cut down day memories. Not particularly. Yeah,
okay.
I mean, look,
great.
I think of. No,
that's a good start.
No.
We're on the same page. We're ready to go.
No, honestly, the big one. I was thinking about this after the trade for Sam Howell, the Sam Bradford trade to the Minnesota Vikings. Not officially cut down day, right? But it was like, it was similar where it was like the lead up and the days leading up. I remember laying in bed that morning, waking up and saying like, yeah, you're gonna have to come into the office today. And it was like, okay, things are going down. And that was probably the most memorable cut down day for me.
Okay. Now listen, I'm PhiladelphiaEagles.com. I'm going on the transactions. I'm going on the news. Let's go on the roster. Nothing yet. Sometimes they send the email. We haven't seen that yet. So we're waiting. We're after the deadline, guys. Let's go. What is most exciting to you? What is most, not exciting, intriguing to you about the decisions here?
Oh, well, I mean, look, we were talking with EJ before he went over to the press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Who are the swing players in the roster cutdown competition, the King of the Beats competition?
Who's got their pineapple upside down?
Who are the ones that are going to determine who the winner is? And it sounds like Ben Van Sumeren.
Yeah, you and I are the only ones who didn't have him.
We are the only two that did. So if Ben Van Sumeren
be on, but I mean,
if he does not make the 53. Usually you're looking at the only two people that predicted that. I think the other ones, it was Trevor Keegan, Brett Toth, Byron Young,
McCollum. If for some reason they were to go three safeties,
those are the big ones. So yeah, I think that's the thing I'm most excited to see. Is there? I guess we would probably have heard by now if there was going to be another trade.
Yeah.
So I guess that's not in the cards.
Anything around the league that was interesting to you? Have you noticed anybody not on a roster that you think, oh, maybe that would make sense for the Eagles?
Not particularly. I usually make it because it's such like a.
There's
so many of those moves. I usually make it a point. I'll probably do it after the show, which means I'll probably do it tonight, like after dinner. Just go through the transaction wire because this is a fun nostalgic day.
When I think about it,
I loved that guy. Oh, that guy was really good. I remember watching him. So it's a big one of those days where it's like, let me dig up my report on this guy who was a 6th round pick. I thought could have been a 4th round pick, and now he's going to be in the UFL next year. Those are the kinds of players I like reminiscing about.
So Marcus Epps got released by the Patriots. I felt like this team, if Makuba's injured, could make sense here. Now he didn't play for Vic Fangio, but
he played for Joe Casper.
There you go. Yeah, it could be kind of plug and play. But you would also imagine if he didn't make that team, how's his body doing? But could be worth a shot. That was one that popped across my timeline, and I thought,
that's a good one. I like that.
Greg Dulcich.
I like Dulcich when he's coming out of UCLA, the tight end. He was a 2nd round pick by Denver. Denver was starving for weapons, and he didn't make it there. And if he got cut again, I think that ship has probably sailed. are you most focused in? I mean, it's the low hanging fruit, right? Of edge rush, corner, safety. Are those the positions where you think they'd be most active there on the waiver wire?
I think so. Well, you know what? I don't know about. Well, I was going to say edge to me feels more like you would bring in an established veteran, not necessarily a waiver wire guy.
Yeah.
But I don't think that that's true necessarily either. I think they could use any kind of body there if there's somebody that they liked. I think safety probably would also be. I'm not expecting them to claim a safety and expect them to play right away.
No, it wouldn't be for the start.
Tight end is the one where I think
Interesting.
if there is a young tight end that they liked, that one I could definitely see them claiming a guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I was I watched most of the show yesterday live with you and EJ as you were going through your 53-man roster.
Great show yesterday.
Thoroughly enjoyed. But as you were going through, I was thinking what my strategy was as I was putting it together this weekend, taking advantage of the full allotment of time that we had. I didn't quite wait till 11:59 to send it like you did. I sent mine a little bit earlier. It was like 10:30.
No ball, you know.
Well, you know, but so for me,
hold on, Julia, these are great. I love this. I mean, this is a great graphic. Fran,
Duffy. Well, Wulf.
Very funny. Not Julia. It's not on Julia. I think that was probably Athletics' fault, if I'm guessing, but it could be anybody. It's their color scheme.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for me, the two areas where I kind of got hung up on the 53-man roster, trying to decide which of the veteran pass rushers was going to make it.
Yeah.
The Josh Uche injury being cloudy, is he going to be available for week 1 or is he not? I ended up keeping both Azeez Ojulari and Agbo Okoronkwo only because I was like, one of the two guys is probably going to make it. If I'm not really feeling overall too secure in any of these other guys, I'll put both on. I did the same thing at safety, knowing both these guys probably aren't going to make it, but either Tristan McCollum or Andre Sam is going to. Obviously, I lost on the Andre Sam.
Where did you borrow from?
So I only had 3 running backs, no Ben Van Sumeren.
Right.
Only 5 defensive tackles, no Byron Young.
Oh, okay.
I think those.
And
were
what
the
about
ones,
your?
Right?
Did you
10
have
the same offensive lineman?
Okay.
Yep, I had Toth. All of us had the same O-line combos. All of us had the same corners. I think everything else kind of matched.
Okay.
Yeah, I think everything else was pretty in tune with how you guys.
Could be right on Ogbo. I could see that.
I didn't have an Smith. You had an Ice. I did not have an Smith. But you didn't have Andre Sam.
I did have Andre Sam.
You did.
I didn't have Tristan McCollum.
I
had Sam over McCollum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Interesting. Okay.
Will they send the tweet first or publish on the website first?
Tweet first.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Yeah, it'll be basically it'll be
tweet,
like all right, green
website, email.
Green light. Everybody gets the green light at the same time.
Yeah.
So it'll be post, but it takes a little bit of time for the site to refresh.
Sure.
Those days,
when you guys have the preview site, which was uploaded about like 3 minutes before the regular site. I mean, you're really like behind the scenes. It's super cool to be on the inside there. Yeah.
By that point, the insiders have already tweeted that stuff out. Yeah, you're missing the boat.
What do you think we're going to get that graphic of like the GIF of just the 53 headshots, which is like not helpful at all?
Or the photo gallery where you got to go through all 53. You do the photo gallery because now that's now 53 clicks.
You're making people go through.
That's a lot of clicks that really juices those numbers.
Big. That's big. All right, we're playing the waiting game here. What do you have to get off your chest about Airbnb that you wanted to tell me?
All right, so if you were to sign up to stay at an Airbnb, okay, and they said that they had the bare essentials. All right.
The bare necessities.
Yes. Would shower liner be included as bare essential?
Shower liner?
Like a liner of a shower curtain?
Like a curtain?
Yeah. So not a curtain, but like the liner of the curtain. So like you have the curtain and then you have the plastic like shower liner.
I would say if there is a curtain, then I would say the bare essentials that I feel like they didn't necessarily lie.
Okay. How many rolls of toilet paper would you say as bare essentials?
Just one toilet?
2 toilets.
2 toilets. I think bare essentials for how long of a stay?
A week.
Oof. I think you got to go at least 3 per toilet.
Yeah, 1 per toilet. Sponge.
Yes, you need to have a sponge.
Kitchen sponge.
Yeah,
no sponge. Trash bags for the kitchen trash bag.
Yes.
How many would you say is bare essential?
One One with at least a backup.
One in the can and one. So
yeah.
all right, we fell short on all these things at this. So that required us to go to the store. We got to add all these things to the list. Yeah. Rough sledding early on.
Yeah, but also, I mean, it's very funny to advertise, oh, we've only barely got this stuff. Like,
well, but
you might be able to wipe.
Well, so to me, what this then created is a dynamic where I would imagine everybody that goes there does the same thing. Where it's all right, well, I'm going to go and I got to buy extra trash bags. I'm not leaving trash bags here. I'm bringing these trash bags home. I'm not buying paper towels. The same thing. It was
absolutely right.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm bringing all of this stuff.
You're creating a self-perpetuating cycle where the people are not going to treat this place with dignity because you have not welcomed them in with dignity.
So we were in there for like a half hour, and Meg was like, "A man owns this place." I was like, "Yeah, you're probably right."
Yeah, I mean there's no doubt about that. Okay, what else did you have to get off your chest?
I
mean, it's 11 minutes past 4 o'clock. Can we get some hustle here from the Philadelphia Eagles? Oh, we're the defending Super Bowl champions. The league waits on us. We don't have to tell you who's on our team. Get out of here. Play by the rules.
You guys have talked about youth sports. I know you and Zach had that conversation in the spring. Thoughts on fall ball, spring soccer for kids like, I don't know, under 8, under 10, like year-round.
The idea of it?
Yeah, just like the offering of year-round basketball, soccer, baseball for kids that are under 10, under 8.
I'm okay. I'm fine with it existing.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be like draconian.
It's pushing really hard. Like, hey, we want people to sign up. Like, really, and it's like,
well, you're a former commissioner.
Not for this.
Yeah, I think if there are kids who are very particularly focused on this one sport, just that's not in like I'm trying to go pro, but in like this is the only thing that I care about kind of deal. Yeah, it's nice to have those services offered, but I think it's nice to have it be taken a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah, it rubs me the wrong way. I don't love the idea of it.
And what is it that they're coming after the people who played in the spring and being like, you need to sign up for this?
Yeah, like it's not like you need, but really pushing hard. Hey, like we really want you to sign up, knowing that there is. There's soccer. There's, France is doing a bunch of different things. And it's like, we don't need it. We already politely said no. So don't send me follow-up email after follow-up email.
I agree with that.
To try and get us on the hook here.
What would be the holdup right now?
The only thing, I shouldn't say the only thing. There's a lot of
trade you're trying to get over the line?
Yes, that would be, that is one thing. It could be a trade you're trying to get over the line. It could be.
You can't get a hold of somebody. But I mean, at some point.
Say at some point, yeah.
Yeah.
Or it could
maybe
just be.
Maybe they can't find Howie.
I would hope that's not the case. I would hope they're able to find Howie.
Where are you?
Yeah. To me, the most likely.
If Howie, let's say Howie locked himself into a room, accidentally. One of those things where like the door came off and he couldn't get out. He didn't have his phone with him. Now, of course, he's gonna have his phone with him. But let's presume they can't get a hold of Howie Roseman. He doesn't have his phone. Who do you think makes the decisions? And they have to by the league, they have to cut the roster to 4 o'clock at 53 at 4 o'clock.
So he's stuck. You can't communicate.
He's stuck and they cannot get a hold of him.
Right.
Who does it?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Nick said a couple weeks ago, like him and Howie talk every day about the roster.
Presumably, I mean, they know without knowing.
Yeah.
But maybe there were 1 or 2 things they were trying to get over the line. If we can trade this guy, then we'll get this guy on the roster. And if not, I don't know. Who gets the final call? Now, Jeffrey.
Yes. But I tend to think it would be Nick. I think Sirianni would get the final.
Okay.
He's locked in a bathroom somewhere. I think that it would be. I think Sirianni would get the final call.
Okay. You know what? You mentioned the thing about the people throwing a parade for for Fred Johnson coming home.
Yep.
It made me wonder if maybe Julian's the one making the roster moves.
Oh,
like we need this guy back for the social
numbers.
We
need the content. Yeah, it could be.
You know what? He took his time figuring out what's going on with the non-football side of the business. Now it's time for him to take over football.
I will say, within 12 hours of us doing that emergency podcast, the Eagles had a video out celebrating Fred Johnson's return and what that meant for the mini mics and all the different videos that he takes part in.
Okay. Eagles announced roster. Got the email. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Oh, wow. This is interesting. EJ got this. He was wrong about it. on his final thing, but okay.
Oh, wow.
The Eagles released Charlie Hewlett, the long snapper. So they are looking.
We're leading with this.
They are either either going to find a new long snapper or they're going to play the game with Charlie Hewlett where they put him on the practice squad and bring him back. Maybe elevate him week 1. Patrick Johnson has been released. Kendall Lamb has been released. Terrace Marshall has been released. Perry Nickerson has been released. Avery Williams has been released.
Yep.
Who has been waived? Ife Adeyi, Chance Campbell, Tariq Castro Fields,
injured.
Elijah Cooks, Lance Dixon, Joe Evans, Dallas Gant, Kenyon Green, Maxon Hook, EJ Jenkins, Brandon Johnson, pour one out, Montrell Johnson, Cameron Latu, O'Shawn Mathis, Kyle McCord, Taylor Morin, Nick Muse, Holland Pierce, Shunderick Powell, Antoine Powell-Ryland, Eli Ricks, Jeremy Robinson, Keelan Robinson, Justin Rogers, Andre Sam, Anaya Smith, Jacob Sykes, Laken Vakalahi, and AJ Woods. N'Kobe Dean placed on PUP, and this is interesting, yes, Miles Hinton placed on IR, designated to return. So that means, as I'm looking here, that means that Cameron Williams makes the team, Trevor Keegan makes the team, and Brett Toth makes the team.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Dorian Thompson-Robinson?
I think they had already released it. They released him yesterday.
Is that official though? Because I'm looking at the
They waived him yesterday. They officially
waived him yesterday. Yes. Okay, yes. So he's not a part of this. Got it. I was looking through their tweets and I didn't see that.
So I think that it just means that they went heavy on the offensive line. So Tristan McCollum makes it at safety.
Yeah.
All of the 6 corners make it. All of the 4 linebackers make it. Your boy Agbo Okoronkwo is on the team. Okay, so you nailed that.
Yep.
Plus Uche and Ojulari.
Yep.
All 6 defensive tackles make it.
Yep.
And then they've got like 11 guys on the offensive line, not even including Miles Hinton.
Hinton won't.
And most importantly, we celebrate the fact that the summer of Darius Cooper has officially been cemented as he makes the roster. The only undrafted rookie to make this roster.
Someone call him the Bo Wulf second Cam Crush. Some might call him.
Brandon Johnson will always be the Cam Crush. There's no chicanery here, but I think it's fair to say that we were on the Darius Cooper train right away. All right, we're gonna take a minute to digest. We're gonna take our commercial break. Let us know what you think about the roster so far in the chat. We will hear at some point from EJ Smith, who is going to hear from Howie Roseman. Lots more to come here on the PHLY Eagles podcast. Life is unpredictable, but the price of your internet should not be. Get a reliable price for a reliable connection. All in means all in. You can get Wi-Fi and unlimited data included, including introducing the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. 1 internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Change is always happening. Rules are rewritten. Records are broken. Athletes come and go. But no matter what changes in 5 years, the price of your internet will stay the same. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change.
So last week, I was on vacation. Had to cut the vacation short. We were down in North Carolina. We had the hurricane. We had to leave the week early. It was terrible. It was unfortunate that we had to leave early. But I had one glimmer of sunshine upon my return, Bo. And that was that when I got home, there was a package waiting for me at my front door on Wednesday. And it was from Mack Weldon, our friends at Mack Weldon, because I went through and I'm like, you know what? Let's explore some of the things they've got. So they got shirts, they got hoodies, they've got Hensleys, they've got joggers, they've got socks, they've got underwear, they've got all the different kinds of men apparel and accessories that you could hope to get for this shirt. This is a Mack Weldon. From the gym to work, a night out, summer adventures. You want clothes that feel comfortable everywhere. These are very breathable, very comfortable, very stylish, perfect for summer. Big fan of what Mack Weldon has to offer. And thankfully, it was all waiting for me as soon as I returned home from North Carolina. If you want to go check out what Mack Weldon has to offer, you just go over to their website and they've got they've got outstanding selection there in terms of all the shirts, the shorts, the hoodies, and more. MacWeldon.com. You get 20% off your first order of $125 or more with the code PHLY. Take advantage, and you got again all the different options that are available. You can take advantage just like I did. You check out MacWeldon.com.
And I will also tell you about our friends at Ace Hardware Home Services, because if you've got an outlet you said you would fix last summer, Ace Hardware Home Services has the person for that too. Because now they're not just the helpful hardware folks, they're also the helpful home service and repair folks. From plumbing and electrical to heating and cooling, they've got the trusted pros to keep your home humming all year long. Ace Hardware Home Services. They're bringing helpful home, the helpful you love from the store, now to your front door, from Philly to the Jersey Shore. Visit Ace Hardware Home Services online at acehardwarehomeservices.com to get started on your next project. All right, I am going through I got the spreadsheet here. Help DJ with the spreadsheet. I'm looking at.
You did a great job with it. See, EJ needed the help. You were able to, yeah,
I mean, the guy
needed the help. You did a good job. That's a tight spreadsheet.
Okay, and I'm looking to. This is not fully done.
People in the chat are asking us to read the the way that it gets announced. They just announced the cuts, so we can't go position by position yet until it's really kind of laid out.
I think we can do it.
Trying to do this live.
I think we can do it. Let's pull up the roster, because maybe they have not done that yet. Okay, all right. Let's do quarterback. 3 quarterbacks as we expected. Jalen Hurts,
Easy.
Tanner McKee, Sam Howell. Fran, you know the league. How does that quarterback room feel to you?
That's as good as a 1-2-3 as you're going to find. I would be, to me, there's probably not a quarterback room that's as deep, as talented as that one. I think that's a really good quarterback room.
Oh, look at that. There they are. Jalen, looking good, my man.
That's a good guy right here.
Tanner needs a hat. He needs his hat. Tanner needs his big hat. I can't. How do I get it? I can't. Oh, no.
This is great podcasting, by the way, for audio.
No. Oh, wait, there we go. Tanner's hat. Okay. And then Sam Howell. It's an attractive group.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have Ben Van Sumeren's eyes or anything. But
No. Okay. Running backs. 3 running backs make the team. Saquon Barkley.
Yep.
Will Shipley. And A.J. Dillon.
A.J. Dillon
does make it. And if you count the fullback, Ben Van Sumeren makes this team.
So we were wrong. I think we're in trouble, by the way.
I mean, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I have no chance.
Yeah, I think I'm in trouble. So Ben Van Sumeren makes it. This was, let's put the running backs, the fullbacks to the side, running backs. That's chalk. I would imagine everybody had all 3 of those backs making it.
Let's see. I think everybody did have. No, Jimmy didn't have A.J. Dillon.
Oh,
Jimmy
interesting.
Kempsky didn't, and ESP did not have.
Got it.
A.J. Dillon.
Okay.
Which I could have seen that too. If you were.
Could definitely see it.
Yeah. Listen, and we'll get to the offensive line, because I get keeping Williams and Keegan in the sense of we talked for a while about how it doesn't feel like this year there is like guys you're trying to get on the roster.
Right.
And so if you're using those last couple spots for like who could potentially turn into a worthwhile player down the line, Cameron Williams and Trevor Keegan, I guess that makes sense to me.
Sure. Yeah, it's interesting. The Miles Hinton injury is interesting.
Okay. Wide receiver.
5
wide receivers.
Yes.
Nia Smith was waived earlier today. Did not make the team. And you can understand it. I don't think that he necessarily earned his way onto the team. But, there was a chance. And so instead, you've got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Darius Cooper, Jahan Dotson, and John Mechie. How does that wide receiver room stand up to you?
I think this is I mean, look, when you have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith at the top, you're going to feel good about that group overall. Darius Cooper, we're kind of in wait and see mode. We know what to kind of expect from Jahan Dotson. We know that the volume's not going to be there. It's going to be about what his efficiency is. And then John Mechie, I think, is perfectly slotted in as your wide receiver 4, wide receiver 5.
Do you think that Darius Cooper is active week 1?
No.
Because you think Mechie will be active?
I think Mechie's active early on.
Okay. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Oh, yeah, look at these guys.
Is this just going to be the running? Like
Darius.
The offensive line one is going to offensive line.
Congratulations, Darius.
Time.
Okay.
Offensive line is going to take a while.
Nicely done, Julia. And I appreciate that you put Darius Cooper in the middle. That's where he belongs. Okay.
He also looks like he's in the front. So
He
he's
deserves
like
to
a
be in the
flying
front.
B. Like he's definitely in the front row here.
Yes. The professor has texted us that he's got the full roster, so we can read from that.
Thank you.
Tight end.
Oh, Dane is just beautiful.
Dallas Goedert. Grant. Calcaterra. And Kylan Granson. Kylan Granson does make it. And I don't want to... I'm happy for Kylan Granson. Good summer. One of the players who I would say don't get too comfortable.
I think that's probably fair. Yeah, I think that could be a position like you mentioned earlier where they could decide that they're going to go. Now these guys are like,
whoa. Oh.
Is that EJ's cartoon there on the yeah, I think that when you're looking at tight end, this could be a position that they decide that they want to try and address some of the depth.
Yeah, I think so.
Like Granson's had a nice summer though.
Officer Calcaterra, I swear I wasn't speeding.
He does. Yeah, he does. I don't want to get too far into that. But Granson participates on special teams, and I do think that certainly helps his security on the roster.
Okay. All right. Now let's get to the offensive line. Julia, this is going to be tough.
Oh, jeez.
Actually, this is going to be fun because it's going to really fill up the screen. Jordan Mailata. Landon Dickerson. Okay. Cam Jurgens. Tyler Steen. Lane Johnson, the starting 5 offensive linemen. We've also got Fred Johnson. We've got Drew Kendall, as expected. We've got Matt Pryor, as expected. That's your core 8. I'm guessing those will be the 8 active on game day. It's possible that Kendall will not be active, and instead Brett Toth will be active as the backup interior. There's your 9. Toth does make it.
Yes.
Happy for Toth. All of this time, right on the roster bubble, playing the game between practice squad and back, to be on a week 1 roster is nice.
To your point in yesterday's show, it would be very strange that they gave him all those reps with the ones and then he wasn't on the 53.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been surprising.
And then with Miles Hinton placed on injured reserve, not on the 53-man roster. Oh, yeah. We have Cameron Williams and Trevor Keegan on the team. Oh, we're going to get them. Yeah, see. So EJ's not here. So we got Fred Johnson just hanging out. I really can't get used to like where my arms go. Lane looking good. Matt Pryor just tickling Fran's neck with his hair. Now we see Miles Hinton's there. Miles Hinton is not on the active roster. This is tough, Julia.
He's also the smallest in the group, so it's like it's purposely that he's off to the side.
Drew Kendall is on the roster. Yeah. And then Cameron Williams and Trevor Keegan. So the Eagles going with 11 offensive linemen. I appreciate that.
I also
I thought about that. I really did. I really did. I almost did that. I almost had Keegan over Nia Smith because I said the thing about I think they want to keep one of those picks from last year, and I could have gone really heavy.
I think Keegan is my biggest surprise on the 53 of guys that made it.
I mean, I hope he's not watching. You hate that guy.
No, I don't hate the guy. It's nothing personal. It's just, to me, that was the biggest surprise of the guys that made it so far.
I don't know if it's my biggest surprise, but
Ben Van Sumer is your biggest because you hate Ben Van Sumer and you're jealous of his eyes.
Roster. I'm happy to have him on the active roster on game day.
Right.
I just don't think you need to use a roster spot for him. The Cameron Williams thing, like I get it. Keep him around, develop him, get him in Stout U. I never saw the flashes.
Yeah.
And I said to you that third preseason game, he looks better now than he did in those first couple of games.
You did. As you were grinding through that film on Sunday.
But then I was grinding that film. I was like, oh, he doesn't look that much better.
Right.
But
I guess I wonder though, let's say this Hinton injury, sometimes your ears perk up, your antenna.
What a party we're having up here.
The most crowded I've ever seen this studio. When you get the injuries,
thank you for putting Trevor Keegan on my side because we don't want Fran punching him or anything.
I mean, that would not go well for anybody. It's certainly not me. Whenever you see an injury to a rookie or to a bubble player this time of year, typically your antenna goes up like, oh, like, is this real or what? I think my guess is that the Hinton one is real and that Williams makes it because of him. Yeah. I mean, that would be my guess.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Williams is surprising.
Yeah.
I think they wanted to keep him in the pipeline, but to make it on the 53.
Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, Next up, the edge group. And this was a little bit interesting here. So the Eagles going with the expected 4 in Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt, Josh Uche, and Azeez Ojulari. And instead of Patrick Johnson as the 5th guy who can help out on special teams, they go with Ogbo Okoronkwo. No, I know what it is. I've been speaking for too long. Ogbo Okoronkwo. And you know what? I feel like this is you could have gone Patrick Johnson and not Ben Van Sumeren.
Yeah.
But if you're using the Ben Van Sumeren as your special team spot, then you try to squeeze Patrick Johnson onto the practice squad.
Yep.
And you keep Ogbo instead because he's a slightly better defensive player.
Yeah, and I think that the Uche injury, I think, is what allowed both Ojulari and Okoronkwo to make the roster.
Yeah.
My guess is Ogbo probably doesn't make it if Uche has a clean bill of health leaving the preseason. That would be my guess.
Yeah. I should have thought about that.
That was why I had both him and Ojulari on. The Patrick Johnson one over Ben Van Sumeren. That's a killer.
Yeah. Okay, linebackers was easy. 4.
Oh, you're missing D-tackle.
Oh, defensive tackle. Defensive tackle, I go 6.
Yeah, I go 6.
And you know what? Vic loving up BY. His guy BY.
He did a BY?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh, you missed that?
Yeah, I don't know how. I missed that.
Of course, he's going to keep BY.
If you, the moment you've got, the moment you've got a nickname, you're in.
Jordan Davis. Well, it's also funny because it's not like he gave him an interesting nickname.
Yeah, but I think for Vic Fangio to call you by something not your name or number, I think that should have cemented. If I had known that, I would have had him on the 53.
Well, you got to read up.
I slept through it.
Byron Young, BY. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Moro Ojimo, Gabe Hall, ya boy, and Ty Robinson.
Never a doubt. I would imagine Gabe Hall was on everybody's 53.
Not everybody's.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, to me, Gabe Hall, I thought was going to be a lock on there. The Byron, you guys had a good discussion, I thought, about Byron Young yesterday, and he was a player that I really struggled with. I ended up keeping him off because I remember listening to Jordan Davis talk after practice the week before one of my last days there at training camp, and him talking about how Moro can come in and play nose, and Jalen sometimes plays nose. So I was like, all right, well, if they've got enough of that. That crossover there, then maybe that makes Byron Young expendable for the 53.
Yeah. Can we circle back to Darius Cooper? Because I think a good point in the chat.
Okay.
What number does he get now?
Good one.
He was 41.
Let me see the list of guys that got cut.
So Avery Williams is 18.
Yeah.
Is open. Kyle McCord's 19 is open.
Let me real quickly though. Without getting into the specific number,
what?
Yeah, what are we talking? Like an 80s? Do we feel like he looks good in a teens? Is he a single digit? I feel like a Cooper single digit. I feel like that he might look good in a single digit.
Yeah, I think an 18. I think an 18 is pretty good.
Yeah, I think that could work for him.
I think 18 is pretty good.
Yeah,
trying to envision it. I actually don't like an 80s for him.
I would agree. I like a lower number for Darius Cooper.
Yeah. I mean, it's there's nice symmetry. You've got Cooper D and D Cooper.
That's what the chat said. The
Said
Coop with but in parentheses on offense.
Well, and again, I've said this before, but I appreciate the Eagles bringing back and owning. let's have a black wide receiver named Cooper. Take this back from
the previous
what it used to be.
Right.
I think that's important.
I think you think that weighed heavy on this decision.
I think so. Single digits. What's available? Nothing.
Okay, so then it's
I think 18's good.
18. Yeah.
Okay. Linebacker. Zach Bond, Jahad Campbell, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., Smile Mondon.
Easy.
Yeah. Nakobe Dean put on PUP.
Who we should
eligible
say,
to come back week 5.
And he posted earlier today. Posted, we'll see you in week 5.
See you week 5.
Let's do the chances, turkeys that you see him in week 5 on the field against whoever they play in week 5.
44 turkeys.
Yeah, I'll go under.
Okay.
I don't think they need to rush him back.
Yeah.
Teller's a tough one, man. I mean, I hope he does for him, but we'll see. Do you think Campbell? It's been a week. I feel like I've all these
Yeah, you got
questions
lots
now.
of stuff, yeah.
Do you think Campbell is like definite start week 1 next Thursday?
I think I do.
Hmm.
Do you?
Yeah, I think so.
I think there I wouldn't. There could be times when he has Trotter on the field,
Yeah.
or potentially all three of them. And actually, we had a lovely conversation today, which we're going to share with you later this week, getting really into the weeds on how Jahan Campbell is likely to be used in the Vic Fangio defense. So if you are a true X's and O's sicko, just deranged football mind, and you've been thinking about how is Vic Fangio going to use Jahan Campbell, we have something coming down the pike for you that I look forward to sharing with you.
It'll be fun.
There you go. Yeah, do you think he's going to start week 1?
I do. I think that the fact that he was on the field for the first day of training camp and got, after the Bond injury, was able to mix in both at Mike and at Will in this defense. He's calling plays in the huddle. I think they were able to get him so much experience from that standpoint that they weren't necessarily expecting to be able to get. I would be shocked if Trotter was the starter week 1.
Yeah. Plus, he also played in the final preseason game.
Yep.
Jahan Campbell didn't. Yeah, I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Did you just say that? Did I?
No,
didn't repeat
no, you
that?
did. No,
Okay,
you
I
did not.
I didn't pull a.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Cornerback. We got 6 here, Julia.
Oh, boy.
Quinyon Mitchell. Cooper DeJean. Adoree Jackson. Like, this is nice in real time. Oh, Jacorian Bennett. Yeah. Keely Ringo. And Mac McWilliams. Yeah. Give it up. Give it up. How does that group stack up to you?
You know, look, I think that everybody is, it makes sense in terms of like their roles. I like Mac McWilliams being there. It's like, all right, like he could potentially be the second corner by season's end, or he could be the 5th corner all season long. Jacorian Bennett, I've said my piece on Bennett. I have my expectations on the level of player that he is. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's the role he could. There's a chance he's starting when we get to the game against the Dallas Cowboys next Thursday night. There's a chance that he's the starter. Do I think that that's an ideal scenario? Probably not. I still think I would put the most turkeys on Adoree Jackson getting the start in week 1 against Dallas.
I think so.
I think that's kind of where my head's at right now. And then Keely Ringo, like, you don't know what to expect. It's not a great corner room. It's not a terrible. There are worse corner rooms.
2 great players.
Yeah, there are worse corner rooms in football.
How many of the 31 teams do you think would trade rooms?
Several? Yeah, several.
Oh, I think most.
Yeah. I don't think most.
Really?
Yeah.
When you got Mitchell and Cooper DeJean? I feel like 25 teams would
25?
trade.
You think
would
25?
trade corner rooms?
You might be right. I'd have to go through it and before I would say with my chest that 25 teams would trade their corner room. You might be right. I could be overplaying.
I feel like that's definitely one of the 10 best corner rooms. I feel.
Could be right. I love both players.
Players.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, I agree with that.
Okay. Several.
Multiple.
Like, let me pull up the Giants.
More than one.
You know, like.
All right, the Giants would be one of the several.
I mean, what are we doing here? Yeah, we got
25 seems hot.
Deontay Banks and Drew Phillips and Cordell Flott.
Cordell Flott had the best grade for me coming out of that group.
Did he?
Yeah, I was not. I was not a Deontay Banks.
I always loved that name. All right, last group. Well, not the last group because we got to talk about the specialists, but safeties.
Yeah.
Drew Makuba, Reed Blankenship, Sidney Brown, and Tristan McCollum. Not Andre Sam. Nor Maxon Hook.
Big surprise?
Not a big surprise.
No, not a big surprise.
I mean, we both went the other way on Andre Sam versus Tristan McCollum, but this was chalk, I feel.
Yeah, I was going back and forth. I had Sam and McCollum on.
Oh, that's right.
But if I was forced to pick one, I would have picked Sam.
Yeah.
But mainly for the special teams. But I thought that, like, EJ made a great point in yesterday's show that, I mean, Vic seems to like McCollum.
Yeah,
and so I think that there's something to that for sure.
And then how do you feel about the specialists thing with the pulling?
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, you so quickly were like, specialists, we're not even going to talk about it. Yeah, that was your take yesterday.
That's fair. That's true.
You were, but yeah.
Give me your turkeys on Charlie Hewlett is still a long snapper. They're just playing roster games versus they're replacing him.
98. That he is the long snapper.
Oh, I wouldn't go that high.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's possible.
Okay.
I mean, it's not. I don't think that they think it's that difficult to get that operation together.
Right.
If there's somebody who shakes free and is a little cheaper, I don't think that's crazy.
I think
I would go 80-20.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like
Maybe
it's almost
lower.
certainly. I don't, because it would be one thing if it was like, if we noticed that he was bad, like it was like, oh, they had bad snaps.
EJ said that the other. Now listen, EJ had John Stone on the team instead of him 2 weeks ago. Like even though he had already been cut earlier that morning, but
he had DTR as the long snapper.
yeah, DTR as the long snapper. Okay, 98 too. Yeah, I'll go a little lower than that. All right, interesting to follow. Okay, we're gonna take a break. We will hopefully hear from EJ Smith soon, and on the other side, I will tell you who is tied for the winner of the roster prediction contest based on the spreadsheet so far.
Oh, big moment.
But before that, we build up the drama and we tell you about our friends at Parx Casino. Because listen, we've got our own game on the side. This is the game that matters. Whether your favorite team wins or not, there's always another way to win on the BetParx online casino app. Check out brand new casino games like Huff and More Puff and Fireblaze Sky Queen, a BetParx exclusive. The only app I ever use to play all my favorite casino games in the palm of my hand. You can play blackjack, roulette, craps, poker, baccarat, and hot online slots like Cash Eruption, 88 Fortunes, and Cleopatra online slots. New users get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. Go to betparx.com and download the app right now and enjoy all the action and excitement from the casino at your fingertips. You must be 21 and in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, or Michigan for BetParx. You love to play. You play to win. You bet. BetParx. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We'll now hear from our friends over at Cash App, because look, you've probably heard us talk about Cash App before, and you might think, oh, it's another app having to deal with managing our money. All right, I've heard this story before, but Cash App does more than you think when it comes to having your back and making sure that your money stays your money. If you direct deposit at least $300 in paychecks each month and use the Cash App card for purchases, you can unlock up to $200 in free overdraft coverage. And if you overdraft unexpectedly, we know that happens. I know it happens to me. There are no hidden fees. So you manage your money on your terms and you take advantage of free overdraft coverage up to $200 on Cash App today. For a limited time only, new Cash App customers can use our exclusive code to earn some additional cash. For real, just download Cash App, use our exclusive referral code CASH, PHLY, in your profile. Send $5 to a friend within 2 weeks. You got 14 days. You'll get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank. Member FDIC. Direct deposit, roundups, overdraft coverage, and discounts provided by Cash App, A Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures.
And while we're talking about managing your money and making sure that you've set yourself up for long-term financial success, got to tell you about our friends at Monarch Money. Because if you want to feel organized and confident in your finances, do it with Monarch Money, which is an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean interface on your laptop or phone. And right now, just for our listeners, you're getting a deal here. Monarch is offering 50% off your first year. You can use Monarch to maximize your investments, increase your savings rate, easily review your finances with your partner and or financial advisor, keep a clear view of your financial health week to week, long term, all that good stuff. Monarch is built for people with busy lives. If you've put off organizing your finances, Monarch is for you. Do not leave money on the table. When you're making good money, it's easy to get complacent. To get complacent. You don't need to track every dollar, but ignoring your finances entirely can cost you. And if you are not on top of your money, you could be missing chances to save more, invest smarter, or hit your financial goals faster. Monarch is not just another finance app. It is a tool real professionals and experts actually love. You don't want to miss it. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use code PHLY at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code PHLY. Couple super chats to get to. Zach Perkins. Fran, what concerns you most about Dallas in week 1?
Oh, an early dive.
We're gonna get a little more into the weather.
We'll dive into this next week.
But
I think honestly, the biggest, like if you were gonna break up this Dallas team on offense, defense, run game, pass game, right? So it's four total segments. The offensive pass game is the thing that you would be most concerned with. So you look at the triumvirate of Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb with George Pickens. There's some volatility there. There's some injury risk there. But I think when you look at that trio right there, that's the biggest concern anytime you're getting ready to play the Dallas Cowboys. The offensive line, there's a new offensive line coach. They've got new bodies in there. They're dealing with injuries already. The run game, I don't envision being a huge factor. Defensively, they're starting to get some guys back. It looks like Trayvon Diggs is going to be back earlier than expected, but they're still having some injury issues in that back seven. And then up front, Micah Parsons. That's obviously the big storyline down in Dallas. So my guess is that a deal will get done with Parsons at some point. That's just reading tea leaves there. But I think at the end of the day, the biggest concern with them would be the pass game.
Yeah, I think that's fair. They've got now 2 guys to worry about on offense.
Yep.
They're going to move the guys around, and they're going to try to pick on that third corner for the Eagles.
Yep.
How do you solve that?
Yeah.
Jack Royer with another super chat says, top takeaway, surprised by Lakin being cut. Is the international exemption really worth that much to seek out someone else? I mean, his exemption goes to the practice squad.
Correct.
They will put him on the practice squad, and that means you get 17 guys instead of 16.
Yep. You get 17 practice squad slots with Lakin Vakalahi.
All right. The moment that everybody's been waiting for.
Huge.
The beat writer competition. Remember, you do not become king of the beats by winning this competition. That only happens when you won 3 in a row. This is the roster prediction champion. According to the spreadsheet, 17 of the brightest and best entered the ring. The top score out of 53 is 50. Okay. 50 is the top score. Wow. So think about, most people had Miles Hinton. Most people didn't have Cameron Williams. Most people didn't have Agbo Okoronkwo. I said I could say it. No, I can't say it. Here are the people who are tied for the lead at 50. This will come down to the practice squad. The tiebreaker is the practice squad. So we do not have a winner to announce. We only have the finalists.
You're only getting this here, by the way. No one else is live.
You're only getting this here. Nobody else even knows. EJ's the only one who had everybody's submissions. 50 is the high. Comes down to the practice squad. Here you go.
I almost feel like you should start with third place. Like who's got 49 or 48? And build up to 50. I'm on the edge of my seat. I can't wait to hear this.
All right. You know what? I'll do that.
Okay. Wow. He's taking an idea from somebody else. This is a first.
Tied for last place.
I didn't know we were going to go this far.
With 48.
Wow.
Ed Kratz. Martin Frank. Jimmy Kempski. And the evil Bo Wulf. With 49. John McMullen. Elliott Shore Parks. Fran Duffy. Caden Steele. Brandon Lee Gouton. Jeff Kerr. Tammy McManus. Johnny McGonigal. And so that means...
Wow.
Tied for the lead.
Oh, it's a 2-person tie.
With 50. Andrew DeCecco.
Wait, it's a...
Olivia. Brooks Cabina. Dave Zangaro.
Yep.
And EJ Smith.
Wow.
EJ has a chance to defend. comes down to the practice squad.
If he wins,
EJ and Zangaro had the exact same.
had the exact same. That's why. So when you said that, I was like, oh, that means it's a 2-person. Wow. Good for EJ. On top of it.
Sometimes they go chalk, and everybody can predict.
What's your biggest regret?
My biggest regret is Anias over Keegan.
Okay,
because I wanted to keep one of those two, and I should have gone Keegan over Anias. I don't really regret going Andre Sam over Tristan McCollum.
Right.
I definitely don't regret having Van Sumeren on for all the reasons we talked about.
Yeah.
That's my biggest regret.
Yeah.
I mean, I regret a little bit Ogbo instead of Patrick Johnson.
Yep.
But that's the one that I will. Yeah.
Byron Young was my biggest one. That was one where I'm like, I should have had him on.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? My first one.
Right. Now I don't have access to everybody's practice squad predictions, so I can't. It will come down to later tonight. We can look at who it's actually going to come down to.
Some will say it's a little fishy that you've got access to the 53s even.
I mean,
just given your checkered past.
Please. There is I mean, completely full respect for this competition. There's nothing untoward going on here.
So if EJ wins, now here's the thing.
If he wins and goes back to back, we'll think about a crown.
But what if he splits it with Dave? He splits it with Zangaro. So does that lessen the value for you if in his repeat?
I don't know. They didn't have the exact same practice squad.
No, I thought that's what he said. It was that they had the exact same practice squad.
The exact same
I thought that's what EJ said.
If that's true.
I'm pretty sure he said the same practice squad as well.
Well, that would be nuts.
Would that lessen the repeat?
Of course. Thank you for flashing up the new merch we've got there, Julia. Bad job by me to not tell you about this sooner, but I mean, all of this awesome new stuff on the PHLY shop. Look at those handsome new shirts. You got to be a diehard to take advantage, and now's a good time to do it. $36 for the whole year. Don't want to miss out on the sale. Do it. Look good. Follow in EJ's footsteps.
The chat really, really, really wants to know where is ZB?
Who?
Alley-oop. You threw it down. Very nice.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Is there something that can be done between EJ and Dave Zangaro to settle to break this tie? If they had the same practice squad.
If they had the same practice squad? No.
Let's say they win, they have the same practice squad, and they're the winners.
Yeah, they got to split it. Yeah.
Would you be okay with them splitting the trophy in half?
No, but maybe Dave would have to come on the show every other day.
I like that.
I mean, that's a fun, if you think about like just from a tag team perspective, Dave and EJ is a fun, like that'd be a fun wrestling tag team.
Against who?
You got EJ like throwing Dave at the opponent.
Right.
It's a fun, yeah.
Who's the in your mind,
like power bombing Dave onto the other guy for the pin?
But that's what I'm saying. Who is the ideal opponent for those two? So if they complement each other well, who would you like to see them go up against?
I think if the format is Dave and EJ, you want them going up against two people who are similarly sized. So you want them going up against, let's call it. You know what? Kemsky McLean would be good.
Okay. You said you wanted to go against different like body type or same body type.
But those two are similar. I mean,
those two are very similar. Yeah. Yes.
But they're similar. Or you get like let's look at you get like Brooks Elliott.
This gets into like this.
Honestly, what would be good? What would be really good would be Ed and McMullen.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be good.
That actually like I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah,
that would be fun. This would be a good June conversation for the record.
Ed and McMullen is like that is a perfectly booked tag team.
It's like the thing of like all NFL coaches go into a ring and it's a Royal Rumble. Like all the Eagles beat goes into a ring and who's left standing.
Yeah. Okay. No word from EJ. He set 440 as his drop dead to try to drive over. So that means he's going to be trying to zoom over. I imagine he's talking to Howie Roseman right now. Speaking of competitions that are deadlocked, Fran.
I'm going to be honest. This completely, when I saw that I should have brought it up the other night with the Fred Johnson when we did the emergency pod. It completely slipped my mind. Thank goodness for Dana is coming through with this.
Flu World Order. I mean, I was dominating. Just running roughshod, looking for like my 6-peat in Flu World Order. Until the return of Fred Johnson. Fran had Fred Johnson at a 6-pointer. For some reason, I had him at 11. So
for some reason,
there are only 4 returners so far from last year's roster. Tanner McKee, Zach Bond, Dallas Goedert, and now Fred Johnson. Tanner McKee I had as a 1. You had as a 3. Zach Bond I had as a 6. You had as a 7. Dallas Goedert I had as a 3. You had as a 5. I had a 5-point advantage. Fred Johnson erases that, and we're deadlocked at 21.
Julia, can I get a Fred Johnson, the Fred Johnson, Fred Johnson face? So wait, so now we should have who are the swing players?
Here are the swing players now. This is an interesting one. I'm going to mention it. If the Eagles just bring back Rick Lovato now,
right? Oh,
that would be one for you. You had him as a 1. I had him as a 2. Britton Covey, people have speculated that he's been waived by the Rams. Maybe he will come back and be the Eagles' punt returner. That would be a huge victory for you. You have him as a 2. I have him as a 12.
So Rick Lovato on the market, worked out for the Pittsburgh Steelers a couple of weeks ago, but no other buzz about Rick Lovato right now.
Okay. Oren Burks, if he were to somehow find his way back to Philadelphia, that would also be in your favor. You had him as an 8. I had him as a 9.
Oren Burks he did make the 53 in Cincinnati.
A little young man named Brandon Graham.
Britton Covey was waived.
Yes. Brandon Graham, let's say that he were to sign a ceremonial 1-day contract.
No,
absolutely to retire with the Eagles.
Well, first of all, no. Why would he need to sign a certain? He retired already.
What?
We already went through it. He need to sign another contract.
Let's say he just wants to put on the pads one more time.
He do another commercial if he wants to do that.
Maybe I could talk him into it, because that would mean a point for me, 10 for me, 11 for you. Kenny Pickett. Let's say that Sam Howell doesn't have it. Leg falls off. Eagles trade to get Kenny Pickett. That's a big one for me. I had him as an 8. You had him as an 18. Darius Slay. This one's going to be tough to come back, but that would be in my favor. 7 for me, 13 for you. Kenny Gainwell. I could see this.
Maybe.
Kenny Gainwell finds his way back. That's one for me. I had 14. You had 16. Bryce Huff. I don't think that's not happening.
Although I will say that got me, or I guess it didn't get me.
It put you in good position.
Yeah,
you read that. You
way
read
out in front of that.
No. Jack Driscoll could definitely happen.
Yes,
that would be a big one for you
any day. Yep.
9 for you, 13 for me. Paris Campbell, could see him coming on the practice squad.
I was gonna say, and because practice squad does count.
That counts for these guys. That would be
Jack Driscoll.
That would be
1,000% happening.
That would be one for you. Avonte Maddox would be for you. Mekhi Becton would be for you, but that's not happening. Milton Williams not happening. Here's the one that I've got my eye on. Late season, practice squad. Can we get Nick Gates back in the building, please? That would be one for me. Ian Book's not going to happen. Josh Sweat's not going to happen. CJ Uzama would be for you. LaRaven Clark would be for you. And that's it.
I think Avonte made it.
That's good. Now, the good thing here is that if we end up tied, which we are right now, the tiebreaker goes to whoever got the most correct among the returners, which would be my favorite. We'll explain it more in Bover time.
I don't remember this tiebreaker.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows that's the tiebreaker to the World Order. Everybody knows the tiebreaker is among the returners.
Dana is in the chat.
Who got the most correct? Who got the better end of most of them? Everybody knows that. It's obvious.
Time will tell. All I have to do is just win outright. Jack Driscoll's definitely.
I think you're going to win.
Britton Covey. That's another one. I feel good about one of these two happening.
Okay. Sorry, we were waiting for EJ. He's gonna join us in a little bit. Curious to hear what Howie and Nick said. Although I don't imagine Nick had many questions lobbed in his direction.
No,
but there you go.
Unless Howie got stuck in the.
Maybe that's how Agba made it. I guess the Hewlett. Who went rogue and made the Hewlett decision without consulting Howie?
Was it because what was the last time they did that? They did that with the punter. They did that with the punter.
They did it with Lovato.
Did they do it with
Lovato? They did it with
as
Lovato.
Well?
Yeah. Dan has sent the Flu World Order graphic. So if you want to, pull it up, go to the YouTube instead of listening to the audio. There it is.
There it is. You can see all the different ways that I can win, right?
You see now there are 4 correct there. You can see that.
No, it's your other hand. You're in the middle of the graphic.
Tanner McKee for me. Zach Bond for me. Dallas Goddard for me. Fred Johnson for you. That's 3-1. So right now, I've got the tiebreaker lead.
Yeah, we'll see.
Everybody knows that. Ask anybody on the street.
No, you sound like Commander-in-Chief that I know.
That is
the meanest thing I've ever said to you.
It's not mean. It's offensive.
Oh, how's everything else going?
Not good now.
The chat really wants to know where Zach was in the competition. Not in there.
I don't know who you're talking about. And I read you all the names who were in the contest.
So Zach didn't submit. You think it's a thing against EJ? He's dead. He was like, I'm not emailing that guy.
I'm at a loss here. I don't know who you're talking about. In theory, if a person was eligible and chose not to enter it, I would take that as potentially them being offended at EJ and not wanting to deal with him. But it could. I can't speak for an apparition.
Interesting.
Yeah. Julia, I believe you got 53, right?
All 53.
Julia nailed it. Yeah. EJ is efforting. And I believe we're going to have him pretty shortly. What do you want to know about? What are you curious about from an EJ perspective?
I am interested to hear the offensive line discussion.
Yeah.
I think that's the one in terms of like the moves made. Is there a timeline on Miles Hinton? Edge rush. Also, if there was any discussions about other positions, like were there any other trade talks? Stops, we're not going to get anything special. I would expect that it was, hey, like this is not the final version of the 53. This is this is a 365 a day a year process.
It's not the final roster.
Yeah, it's not the final roster. Tomorrow we're going to wake up and then continue to try and make get the Eagles closer to a Super Bowl. So it's and which is all true. So yeah. The O-line and D-line, I think, are the most notable ones for me.
I agree. Do we have him? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, our Eagles insider, one of the 5 people tied at the top of the roster prediction contest. EJ Smith, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm a little disappointed I didn't just clean sweep this whole thing, but I think we're down to 4. One of the finalists did not submit a practice squad. Controversially. So we're down to 4.
Stuff. Who was that?
I'm not going to out the person, but I will say that they may have been invoked in yesterday's show.
Oh, okay. Well, goodbye to Brooks. So, we've already announced 2 of the 5.
We went through all the names. We went through. Honestly, he said who was in last place and worked our way up. So we've gone through all the names here.
Yeah.
Now, tell me, is it true that you and Dave have the exact same practice squad?
That I don't know.
Oh, okay. I
Did
thought
you
you
look
said
at
you had
it?
the same
That
practice
would be
squad.
shocking if that were the case. Okay.
No, we've got the same roster. I haven't
Got
looked
it.
at his practice squad yet.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I barely looked at my own practice squad, so I don't feel great,
Mm.
but see. We'll see.
Okay. More importantly for the Eagles fans, what were your big takeaways from Howie Roseman? What did he say?
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about, yes, we did hear that this is a 70-man roster and we're not done yet. It definitely like sounds like there are still moves to be made, especially, you look at the absence of a returner and obviously even a long snapper. I think that there is going to be some movement in the coming days. But I thought that a few things that stood out, him talking about Darius Cooper, the physicality, just like some of the physical traits that he has. He was talking about when they had him in the office today, it really stood out. You just looking at the guy, even in shorts and t-shirt, how he looks like somebody who has a lot of upside. So I found that interesting. I thought his explanation for Cameron Williams and Trevor Keegan was important to ask about. Because those are two surprising inclusions on the initial 53. With Cameron Williams, he talked about it. If Cameron Williams had gone back to school, if he had gone back to Texas, what would his draft pedigree have been a year from now? So definitely a lot more of a long-term play for him. And then with Trevor Keegan, he sort of alluded to like, well, you don't want to cut a guy and then have to address that position with a high draft pick the next year. So maybe it's buying another season for Trevor Keegan to develop into
Hmm.
something. I don't know if I'm necessarily buying that explanation all that much, if I'm being honest, though. I think that's one that surprised me. I'm sure you guys have talked a lot about it. And then, yeah, I thought he talked about Obo Okoronkwo, how explosive he is off the ball, and definitely hinted that Patrick Johnson's someone that they would like to have back if they can get him back into the building.
Mm. EJ, as you join us here on the Xfinity mobile call-in line, and we are in the Xfinity studio, did Howie say like they were working on any trades or anything like that? Like active couple hours, and what did he say about the trades that they did make?
He didn't hint at anything imminent, but again, he made it sound like they are still planning. They still have work to do. So I think we could definitely see some more movement in the next few days. Even honestly, it wouldn't shock me, in the next few hours. In terms of the trades that they did make, I thought you guys would enjoy this. He said that the one Thursday night college football game he's attended was North Carolina against Pittsburgh when Kenny Pickett and Sam Howell faced off, and now they've had both of those quarterbacks and sort of reflected on the irony there. And yeah, I mean, he talked about the qualities that they liked with Sam Howell coming out in the draft, and he noted that Sam Howell, like the acquisition of Sam Howell, was not made in a or not made with Tanner McKee's injury as the primary driving force. He
Got
said
it.
they would have made the trade
Hmm.
either way. With John Mechie, he talked about how they liked him coming out again. Like he said when him and Nick Sirianni watched the tape of John Mechie before the trade, they watched some of his Alabama tape, talked about his separation ability and some of his physical traits as well. So yeah, those are the two that jump out. And he also mentioned that he's hoping that Kyle McCord, again, he's alluding to these things, he's hinting that he hopes that Kyle McCord will be back in the practice squad. Talked about how their belief in him did not necessarily reflect the fact that they went out and made that trade.
How about the return of Fred Johnson?
Yeah, the Fred Johnson, he talked about how they didn't necessarily not try to sign him. It was maybe a little bit of a mutual decision there where Fred Johnson kind of wanted to see if he could find a better opportunity elsewhere. When he couldn't find that,
Mm-hmm.
it made sense for him to come back. So, yeah, it sounded like maybe Fred was hoping to win a competition in Jacksonville or something like that. But yeah, I think that it made a lot of sense on the Eagles side for sure. And then returner, since you mentioned Fred Johnson as maybe the de facto returner, he did allude to. I think it was Nick Sirianni alluded to the fact that they have time to figure this out at returner, and he did mention the importance of catching the ball and not giving away free yardage by letting it drop. So.
EJ, was there any discussion about Josh Uche and the edge room in terms of his health and what that could look like for week one?
No, I don't think they mentioned much on Uche. They were asked mostly about the decision to have Okoronkwo over Patrick Johnson, and again, kind of mentioned that they're kind of hoping that it's a both end situation there.
Okay. Any other big takeaways? Anything that we didn't ask you about?
I don't think from Howie and Nick, not too many more big takeaways. I'm surprised with the Trevor Keegan one
Yeah.
specifically. Like Cameron Williams, you can talk me into the theoretical upside, but Trevor Keegan, I guess they had the spot. But again, they went 11 deep at offensive line, so that one surprised me. And I don't know, like, is it really saving you a draft pick? I guess maybe it is just a matter of they don't want to move on from that entire draft class so quickly. But no, it definitely was a surprising one for me. And I hope you guys took a little bit of a whiff here on the Darius Cooper thing. I mean, this really was wrapped up a couple weeks ago. We were on that one.
Well, yeah, of course. But I mean, this show is not about patting ourselves on the back.
Never. We would never stoop that low.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. That's a misconception. I'm new here. Maybe I had a few things wrong.
No, listen, it was obvious. It was the most, I mean, it was extremely clear.
Yeah, like not even. It was. I mean, 2 weeks ago. It was before. It was well before I left for my trip. It was like he's on the team. Like the way that he was being used in practice, the way they're using on special teams. I was like, yeah, like he's on the 53.
And the way that he moves, like it's not. Yeah. It's the usage, but it's also he looks like maybe the third best receiver on the team already. Maybe.
Yeah.
If not,
it's going to be fun to. It's going to be fun to hear from him in the coming days. It's always like, of course, like Howie and Nick, they both start their press conference talking about how difficult a day it is. They know 37 players that they let go today, and they don't look past that. But the flip side of that is like guys like Darius Cooper, where you can kind of get, again, like you hear the story that Howie and Nick had him in the office and told him today that this is just the beginning. Like this isn't the end. This isn't like some I made it moment. There's a development that they hope to see from a guy like him. So yeah, no, like I said, it'll be interesting to hear from him. And yeah, no, we didn't really get any sometimes Howie will ask us when he walks off, like who won the competition. We didn't get it this year, and honestly, it's probably a relief because we've got some things left to figure out here.
Yes. And on that line, like I feel really good for Brett Toth to have to get to make the week 1 roster. That's good stuff. Did they talk at all about your boy Ben Van Sumeren?
No, they didn't talk about Ben Van Sumeren, but it's probably because nobody thought to ask because he was on the team too, Bo. He was on the team. Come on, we knew. Real
so was Charlie
Flex on it.
Yeah, I was surprised that this is the year that they do the long snapper chicanery. I thought I learned my lesson with the Rick Lovato experience a few years ago. I went for it. I got burned by it. This is the year that they go for it. It's a little bit surprising again. And so, preserve what, Trevor Keegan's spot or Cameron Williams' spot on the 53? I don't know.
EJ, Bo asked earlier, what are the turkeys on Charlie Hewlett being the long snapper week 1, or if there is going to be competition brought in and someone else is going to replace him? What do you think?
I probably would go like 65. That it's just Charlie Hewlett, and then they just figured he's expendable for these next few days, and they can sneak him back on. I mean, I was obviously interested in the Christian Johnston experience when he was
you were all over
that. Well, I felt like Charlie Hewlett had a rougher start to training camp, but he kind of settled in. He looked fine in the preseason games, to my knowledge. So I don't know. What did you guys have?
I had it at 98. Bo had it at 80. So you are definitely the low man when it comes to Charlie Hewlett.
Yeah,
for some reason you hate the guy. I don't know.
You've been trying to get rid of him since the day you got here.
He's like my new Kyle McCord. Like I'm just a little bit skeptical here. So, but no, I think you guys have it right. I think he's probably just going to come back in a couple days.
All right, AJ. Before we let you go, you do need to. You came into the office today. You didn't say. You just went to work. Here's the Rice Krispies that I made. That Julia made yesterday.
Julia. Yeah.
All that's good stuff. You didn't say anything, and all of a sudden it pops up from a familiar source of breaking news on the EJ Smith front. And
52 scoops.
We gotta celebrate you here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear EJ. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you guys. Listen, was I really going to come into the office and people like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, I'm great. It's my birthday today. Like, come on. No. As you guys know.
No, but what you did, you Instagram posted and you did tag me and I didn't check it. So I could have been the one to tell everybody. And I think that was your subtle way of saying, hey, Bo, tell everybody it's my birthday today.
No, No, it was not. I promise.
You don't look a day over Dallas Goedert, EJ.
I guess I'll take that as a compliment. He's a little bit younger than me. No, but listen, I'm not, as you guys know, I like to replay all the social encounters in my head. I don't really like to call a ton of attention to myself if I can help it. So, yeah, I enjoyed kind of flying under the radar, but, I appreciate the birthday wishes. And yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited for what 31 has in store for me. Hopefully it is as good as 30 was for me.
Young guy. What a flex.
Happy birthday, EJ.
Old soul.
Enjoy sweating over the practice squad for the next 24 hours or so.
Well, literally sweating because I ran here. Well, I mean, run would be the overstatement. I hustled here.
Yeah, I saw that video of you trying to race your nephew the other day.
It was electric, wasn't it?
Before you kicked him out of your house.
Freight train coming down. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Listen, I got some movement skills. I got some tools in my body.
Yeah. All right, EJ, we will talk to you on the show tomorrow at 2:00. We look forward to it.
Yep. Looking forward to it myself. Yep. All right. See you guys.
See you, Jay.
I think that's all we got. Anything else from you?
We got a super chat.
Listen, there's a... They have told us explicitly we don't have to read inappropriate or political messaging when it comes to a super chat. So Jacob Tammy, we see you. We appreciate you. Unfortunately, that crosses the line for us here at PHLY, so I will not be reading that.
What are the chances that that is Jacob Tammy, the former Colts tight end?
90 turkeys.
I was thinking like 95, so we're on the same page.
All right, that'll do it for this episode of the PHLY Eagles podcast. Thanks for hanging with us in a different time, being flexible, interesting roster. Nothing too crazy, and we'll see what happens over the next 24 hours as the Eagles add to the practice squad and maybe make some tweaks on this roster. We're back Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 2:00. Tomorrow, talking some interesting, like, big picture Eagles discussions. Thursday,
Big one.
The Spread Your Wins and Fly draft, where we're drafting the league-wide over-unders. Who won last year? Oh, I did. So we'll see if I can.
Well, we know it's the second most important after what's the game? That's the other game we were talking about earlier.
Blue
World Order.
Here we got Swooper. Yeah, most of them. There's a familiar defending champion. And yeah, good stuff. And then next week, the Eagles play a game next week. We got to talk about it. So lots of exciting stuff coming down the pike for PHLY. Thank you, Julia. Great job with the faces. Thank you, Fran. Thank you, EJ. We will talk to you guys tomorrow. And as always, we love you.
We all silly like the mayor.